Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. My name is Alex and I'm the host of a DID system called the Obsidian Collective. And on this channel we make videos about DID, art, and Hellenic Polytheism. Today we are starting a pretty big challenge. Specifically, it's not Inktober, but it's Peachtober. And it has less, I would say, less rules. It's a little bit more chill, and Inktober kind of has a bad reputation, or not the best reputation, and so this kind of avoids that. Let me put on my drawing glove. So the first prompt today is Acorn, and I can say that immediately the first thing I thought of when I read this prompt was my protector Ace, who is a part of my system. And I thought about him because he has a nickname, the Acorn Prince. At the moment, he's an elf, and he loves nature. Like, that is his bread and butter. There is an introduction on the channel from him, but it's very outdated. And we are eventually planning to do a series where it's basically going to be my altar draws themselves. And so he will eventually redo that introduction and draw himself. But today I'm going to be drawing him, so it's going to be him from my perspective. And after everything he's gone through. Because he has gone through many changes over the years when it comes to like fusion and splitting, and it's just lots of changes. So I'm going to be drawing him specifically in a little forest clearing, and then at the end I'm going to try and color it with my acrylic markers. But now you gotta start with the pose. Also, don't mind that this video is a day late. I am starting a day late, so, but don't mind that. This is also going to pretty much be my warm-up drawing for the day. So please be mindful of that and patient about that. But, you know, these drawing challenges are meant to improve and kind of get out of your comfort zone. So not every drawing is going to look like a masterpiece over here. Like, the intention of the challenge is not to make a masterpiece every day. It's to draw every day and improve. Which is something that I really want to do. Really am passionate about. So basically, at the moment, I'm drawing Ace in this more, kind of, I'm gonna draw him a little bit, like, kind of angry, in a way. I'd, like, not, how do I describe this? For a long time, he had a short fuse. He used to be Persecutor, and for those who are new to this channel and don't know what a persecutor is in a DID system. A persecutor is basically an alter who does things to harm the system. Not necessarily to harm others, but to just harm the system. And it comes from a place of trauma. He no longer is a persecutor, and he hasn't been one in a very long time, but he still kind of will have the temperamental of one, where he kind of gets annoyed easily, and he kind of gets upset easily. But it's more so that he's just very passionate about things. These hands will look atrocious, don't mind that. I'm not the best at drawing hands, but that will be something we will work on throughout this challenge. But now, rather than a persecutor, he is actually my personal protector. He used to be system manager for a long time. And there was actually a war that he led in the inner world. And if you're wondering to yourself, what the heck? DID systems can have wars? Like, what is he on about? The answer is yes. And if you're interested in hearing more about that, we have a video about it on our channel, and I'll link it in the card above. You should be able to see it in the top right corner. There should be a little link that will lead you to that video. But yes, he did lead a war in our inner world, and he was on the good side. All right, I know it's like, oh, it's war is bad, blah blah blah, but yeah, he was on the good side, and it kind of had to be done. But he's always been a kind of sort of badass member of the system. You know, he is the one who's going to handle the really, really scary situations, because he wants to protect us. But externally, he is a nature-loving guy. For a long time, he was age 13. So if you can imagine a 13-year-old leading a war, that was basically what happened. And a 13-year-old who he lost his eye in this war. And he eventually got his eye back because, long story short, he split, he fused, and then he split again. And this has happened like twice. And for those who don't know what that means, when someone with DID experiences a very, very stressful situation, and they can't handle that situation, the brain will then split a new alter. And that alter will have been split / created, quote unquote, to handle the situation at hand. And so, and then furthermore, fusion, when the body feels, or when the brain feels that an alter has, one, either served its purpose, or two, serve their purpose, or two, that they can serve their purpose more efficiently if they become one with another alter, then they can fuse. And you can kind of think of fusion as like Steven Universe, the gems. When they fuse, it's sort of like that. You become, it's not necessarily, you basically become a new person, but you are the product of the two or more alters who became one. So he's fused a few times, and by a few times, like I think twice. but he always comes back because he is such a like pivotal part of the system. But I do think that fusion and like resplitting has kind of been essential to making him who he is today. I don't think he would have been. I don't think he'd be who he is today, but today he is an elf. He has both of his eyes, and I'd say he's a lot more chill. Like, I think he had a lot of stress on his shoulders for a long time. I mean, he was the system manager, and at the time, for a long time, he had to handle really stressful and scary situations for us. But when he came back this time around, he resplit this time around. He came back older, and he came back like more, I'd say, more mature. Well, of course he was older, so he came back more mature and more calm, but also like wise. And I feel like he does his role better now because of that. But he also gets along more with others, and I think he's happier now. But that doesn't mean that he will let anyone like go and be mean to us, or if we need help, like he will protect us. But he is an elf, by the way. Fix his ears. I kind of want to give him the eye smile, but it's like, should I? Should I give him the eye smile? I was gonna make him look a little bit more stern. Eye smile's cute though. Yeah. Specifically wanted to put like trees around him, but like I feel like they're gonna look bad. But we'll try. I really want to work on backgrounds more, but it's a little bit difficult for me. They are very difficult. I never know where to start. And have these touch the ground rather than like have stumps going down, because I think that's more accurate. I feel like you don't really see the trunk on pine trees. Specifically, it's like, should I have drawn the trees with acorns? But like, which I don't even know what trees drop acorns. I think it's like oak trees or something. Feel free to correct me in the comments about that. But the trees aren't what I'm drawing for this prompt. I'm specifically drawing face. I'm gonna give him a little like crown with acorns. I haven't drawn Ace in a decent amount of time, so drawing his hair is a little bit of a nerve-wracking. Like, oh, I don't really know, but I'm gonna make him look right. Miss Lunafarians, what are you doing? Boop. That actually looks pretty accurate. I did a good job with that. His outfit, though, makes me a little... I don't know what outfit I'll put him in. Well, first things first. I wanted to give him an acorn crown. Like, sort of... Not a flower crown, but kind of similar to a flower crown. But, like, made with leaves. But then, put little acorns. You can't even see them, but I'm putting little acorns. He's the acorn prince. And I think I kind of want to give him an outfit like with an acorn on it. Not really sure though what kind of outfit. Give him like this kind of preppy collar. The acorns on it. Maybe like make the sleeve kind of bubbly in a way. Might like have some like ivy or something kind of crawling up his arm. Like Ace kind of dresses both masculinely and femininely. So his outfit's a little bit more feminine, but like it's not like it doesn't fit him. It's like he would wear his outfit. I think I'm gonna leave the shirt like kind of simple, but have the details be like in the collar and like the sleeves. Oh, I could give him overalls because he loves wearing overalls, but I don't know if I will do that because I feel like it might ruin the fit. Might ruin the fit. Peace and love. I might just put him in regular pants. Or maybe like baggy pants. Because I do like baggy pants. Oh my gosh, the perspective of these pants is a little bit confusing to me. I'm not really sure if you would see the pocket. Maybe you wouldn't, actually. On this side. I don't think you'd see the pocket on the jeans. And then his hand covers the pocket that would be seen. Okay. So, initial sketch done. It's simple, but I still like it. And I'm going to line it in green because I think it will be fitting. I'm not going to line the background because I'm going to mainly do that. And I'm just going to mainly line him because I'm going to do the background with acrylic markers. But I think green will be cool, first of all, and also, like, fitting. I'm like filling in his eyebrows, which like his hair isn't green, but I'm filling in his eyebrows. For a long time, Ace had heterochromia, which is when your eyes are two different colors. But after losing his eye and then fusing and then resplitting, his eyes are now just green. They're not this shade of green. They're not the same color as the pen, so I'm not gonna fill in his eyes with this. And then we have the acorns on the collar. I think are cute. These lines are gonna get covered by the acrylic marker anyway. That's my only gripe with acrylic marker is you can't like you line with it, but he like kind of goes over the line. It can kind of make it look a little messy, but they're more cheap than alcohol markers, so we do what we can, you know. Great. Now onto the pants. That was a terrible line, oh my gosh. Like, it's fine. Not the best line, but that was also a bad line, but that's okay. Alright. Wait. Did I do his arms and hands? I think I did. The graphite on the pencil kind of hides some of the line art. Which is why lots of people use a kneaded eraser to lighten up their pencil before they line, but I have lost my kneaded eraser, so oh shit. That's drying. Oh, wait, did I fill that? That might need to be thin. I wish I had my kneaded eraser. I really do wish. But I don't. So the line art might smudge here, But like honestly, it's not a big deal because we're going to be coloring with acrylic marker anyway. The acrylic marker will hide that kind of stuff. Oh, his lips. Lighten up the background. I don't want to like get rid of it completely though. Okay, it looks a bit messy right now. It'll probably look messy at the end, but sometimes it's gotta look a little messy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we're a little messy inside. Okay. But moving on to our next step. So we have acrylic markers here. I'm just gonna pull out the ones I think well actually mostly greens. Pull out this one. Maybe this one. This one. This one. We need brown for the acorns. I don't think about it. I have brown. Yeah, I do. Should I do this one? Or this one? I'm gonna do. I have these two. I'm just gonna take them both out. And then this one. Start there. First, let me just test these. Let's it on the page next to it. Looks a little bit. Do I like that? I don't know. I think when it dries, it looks better. It's definitely more pinky. Is that too pink? Do we feel? I don't know. I feel like it's a good color. Try it. I don't know if you guys can see it on the camera, but since these are acrylic markers, they're very like opaque. And as they kind of go over the line art and kind of make it look a little smudged, which I don't like. I think most people maybe don't use line art when they use acrylic markers, but your boy needs his line art. I cannot do this without line art. And I could try it one day. Maybe we'll try that during Peachtober. Okay. Now, does this accurately portray his hair color? It's kind of light. Is this really dark, though? Actually, this is kind of a better color, I think, for his hair. Yeah. This is not nearly as dark as like, the cap makes it seem, I feel. I don't know. Maybe it's accurate. Like chocolate color. And the thing is that the acorns are kind of gonna blend into the hair if I use the same color, so I might have to get another brown. I am kind of limited on browns though in my acrylic marker set, but I think I have another one I can use. Unless I use the lighter brown, which we could do. I'll maybe do that actually. Oh, I forgot to get a blue for his jeans. Let's test these greens here. It's a pretty bright one. This one. This one. Is that all my greens? Oh wait, I have another one. Oh, that's more like blue. Probably not gonna use that really. Maybe I'll use it for shading. I don't know. I feel like all of these greens are way too bright for what I want. I don't know if you guys hear the dogs going like crazy. What the fuck? Actually, I might do. Wait, let me see. I'm gonna do this one. I'm like thinking of I wanted to make the color white, but I feel like if I keep it white, it's gonna look unfinished. I'll make this light green. Great. Then doing the light brown for the acorn. You're making these trees like the turquoise color. I don't know why this acrylic marker is like so dry. Like I don't use it that often. I was gonna fill these in, but like I'd be able to. I have a live audience. My cat is watching me as I do this. She's intrigued by it. Do I have darker green? Let me see. It's like a lot of them are like turquoise, I feel. The darker brown, speaking of, I don't think I do. Wait a second. Let me try this one. I don't know if that's really what I want. Try it. Pull these out. Try these ones. Alright, let's test these on the side here. It's a pretty green. Whoa. Almost threw my marker. What the heck? Well, this is darker than it looks. Good color, though. I use it for shading. Can't really see it at all. Oh, speaking of, I wanted to get like a blush color. Okay, like I want to get a blush color for his lips. Maybe this one. What's this? Blush color. No, it's more like shading color. Great. Maybe that made it look worse. I don't know. Probably did, but that's okay. This one is very pink, but this one's like very pink, but that's okay. But now we gotta focus on like the shirt. Oh my god, the jeans. I was thinking to myself, like, whatever color I pull out of the blues in my set is going to be the color of the jeans. And I actually chose pretty well. By the way, if you guys want me to make a video about like altars and the fact that they can fuse and unfuse, or fuse and like resplit after fusion, like that fusion isn't permanent sometimes, I can definitely make a video about that. So feel free to comment if you want that video, and I will make it. Alright. I feel like it has its flaws, but I still kind of like how it came out. And then we'll make a little annotation here. Sign it. And do Peachtober Day. There we go. So this, my friends, is the finished piece. This is my rendition of my alter ace, aka the Acorn Prince. And it's also Peachtober Day One. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed sitting and drawing with me if you did. And I hope this video was relaxing to you. And we will be back with another video for Peachtober Day 2, which will be the concept of kite. So we're going to draw some art for that, and that'll be fun. But thank you to everyone who watched. I really appreciate you. If you have any questions about anything I mentioned in this video, about DID, or even about my art, feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you want a video about anything I mentioned before, if you want a video about fusion and the fact that fusion isn't always permanent, feel free to comment that as well, and I will make a video about that. But thank you to everybody who watched, and please have an amazing day. Drink water, take your meds, and make sure to continue to love yourself. Bye!